Welcome to the Red Half of Sheffield preview pod, where we probably will get our hopes up and suffer another defeat. This week, the preview, I am joined from the AFC Bournemouth fan channel. Max joins us to preview our game against Bournemouth. Max, how are you doing this morning, afternoon, UK time?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Yeah, how about you?
Oh, not bad, not bad. Enjoying a little bit of the off week, the last international break until March, I believe it is. So we'll get right into it. Thoughts on the Cherries' start to the season?
Um, in all fairness, just before the sacking of Gary O'Neill, we brought in Iriola, and he did really well in pre-season. But the first game to start off with our season against West Ham, we did really well. Take a point at home against a team who is in Europa League, which is going to be very hard to get points off of, and we had quite a few hard fixtures down from there. We had the likes of obviously we've had Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea, and that team we managed to get a point off of. So it's been hard, but we've managed to get a win off of Newcastle, which is really unexpected. I did a match day vlog at the game. Most people in the stadium at Bournemouth said it should have been 2-0 the other way to Newcastle or something, but we've got Sheffield United next, and you'll probably come in against Bournemouth for confidence and that because the likes of the deduction of 10 points at Everton. So both clubs will probably want to go for points.
Yeah, I was about to say that game or this game coming up is basically a relegation 6-pointer. Obviously, I fancy you guys over us in this because I just don't want to be in this league anymore. Um, but yeah, that you just hit the nail on the head right there with the Everton 10-point deduction. Kind of puts us, both of our teams, in a little bit of a better spot than we thought going into this game, because now granted, Everton were on 14 points and now they only have 4. But I mean, does it give you a little bit of hope, a little bit more hope that there is a team that in theory is behind us that wasn't there 2 days ago?
Yeah, it does. I mean, because to be honest, I did watch alongs last year with on like the Cherries and All Departments YouTube channel, and we watched Everton at home, no away last season, and apparently if we drew that game, yeah, they'd gone to the Championship. So, and the season before that they finished 17th. So that's 2 seasons that they've managed to stay up by the skin of the teeth.
Yeah, it's very
And
true.
obviously they're all going to look back at this. If Everton do go down this season, they're going to obviously say it's a 10-point deduction.
Of course, yeah. They're just gonna pass the buck and be like, oh, I mean, to be fair, they had 14 points. It's not like they were setting the league on fire. Anyway, I mean, when we faced them earlier in the season, Pickford saved it in the
Ninth minute.
93rd, 95th minute,
Yeah,
whatever, and we should have won 3-2. If
yeah.
that ball goes in, I mean, yeah, I
I
just
watched
don't
that
think.
game. I watched that game live as well. It's like a score of they score first, then you score, then they score, then you score, then you should have scored like an injury time
Yeah,
winner. So
yeah, it
I mean,
was.
you're going to get Wolves. That I'll give you a clap for that because I prefer O'Neill to Iriola because you know although we had O'Neill, right? Although he used to play drop back and one depth, park the bus, he he still got us points, still kept us in the Premier League. Because I was thinking, why would we sack a manager that's kept us in 15th, right, from climbing up the Championship, which is a hard league, one of the hardest leagues to get out of, and now we've got an attacking manager. Like when we played Wolves, when they had O'Neill, Wolves did. The attacking manager had more possession than the manager that had the attacking football. So
Yeah.
it's weird how it works, but
What was
we
the
carry on.
what was the whole story behind the Gary O'Neill sack?
I don't really know that much myself, but I think it's where because this is my opinion. Probably it's where the fact that where we were winning so many times from like 2-3-0 last season, we just gave it away. So let's go to Tottenham at home, 2-0 in 75 minutes. We were 2-0 up. And then he makes substitutions, tampers for the team, and we lose 3-2. So that everyone's saying if we kept the team how it was, it would have been 2-0 or 2-1. If they were lucky, 2-2. But the thing is, we Leeds 3-1 up away at Leeds, and we lose 4-3. Arsenal we're 2-0 up, and we lose 3-2. So too many points dropped. 9 points that is from 2 goal margins. That's a joke. Where would
Yeah.
that have put us? Let me have a look where that would have put us last season in the Premier League. 9 points, yeah. Right.
You wouldn't have been around the
Oh
relegation zone, that's for sure.
no. So if you do 39, which we got last season, plus 9, that would have been 48. Oh yeah. We'd have finished mid-table with 11th.
Yeah, there you go. It's fine margins. It's fine
It
margins in this
it
league.
is. It is. It is some fine margins.
That's crazy. I mean, because it really took me by surprise when Gary O'Neill got sacked. I was like, what the hell? He didn't do anything, and it was so close to the beginning of the season too. That was like
Yeah.
it's a little bit of a shock. It's like, hang on, man. But I mean, you guys seem to be faring well. Is this where you thought you would be at the third international break into the season? Is this where you thought you would be with Ariel in charge?
Um. No, I thought we'd have probably been because obviously we're in 16th now. I
Yeah.
personally thought we'd have been like 19th or 18th because if you do that, then we would have been on 6 points, and that's right at the bottom with the others. So we weren't expecting a draw against home and Newcastle, even with all their injuries. But we proved them wrong, especially Eddie Howe, the man that got us from League Two or National League, whatever it was, in 2008 within 7 years to the Premier League, from National League to the Premier League, and we get slated in the club saying, "Oh, we're a tin pot team. Our stadium's like a shed where you put a lawnmower in it or a strimmer." But we've done really well as a club, and I couldn't really ask any more.
No, I know. I mean, Bournemouth have gone on an absolute journey. I mean, it's just like they're well, Luton did the same thing, but Bournemouth were like the first one to do it, to climb the ladder from League One or League Two. Yeah, no, they were as low as the National League, all the way up to the Prem. And yeah, Eddie Howe was a big help. Almost kind of like United coming from League One under Wilder all the way to the Prem. Um, so give me a few players to watch out for when we face Bournemouth.
What Bournemouth players? Yeah,
Mhm.
right. I have to look at the injuries. So if I quickly have a look at the injury list, what's live now? Because who could play, who could be a good player. So
Yeah.
I'll just get it up here now for you. Who the predicted team will be and who I think will be a threat to Sheffield United.
Hey.
Right. Okay. So the players that I think will be dangerous against Sheffield United. Obviously, you've got the likes of Dom Solanke,
Yeah.
Marcus Tavernier, another pacey winger. Ryan Christie, another good player. Philip Billing, the guy that's like nearly 7 foot. So
Yeah.
got to watch out for him at corners. Semenyo as well, another
Yeah.
player. Cliver, another player. Watara, Brooks. Hey, original Blade, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He
I was
was.
gonna say Brooks. Yeah, he'll
Yeah.
he'll. That was the one I was hoping you would hit on because
Mm-hmm.
the ties back to the Blades. I mean, in amount of the amount of crap he's had to deal with since being diagnosed with, oh man,
It
cancer.
was
And
rare cancer in lockdown.
yeah, and I mean it's just phenomenal that he's able to come back and
You
play
do what
at
you're
such a
doing.
high level. So he's probably going to hit 5 or 6 against us just to be uh just to put one over on his old team. But all of us at United, we want him to succeed because anybody that has to go through that type of traumatic stuff in your life deserves to succeed. Okay. I will ask you your thoughts on how the game against Sheffield United are going to go and what's your score prediction? 5-0 Bournemouth? 6-0 Bournemouth?
I probably would have said that in our second season in the Premier League when we were on fire because we were like one place off of Conference League, but bloody thing wasn't even a thing back then.
Yeah,
And
right.
so, but Sheffield United, I'm not a biased fan. It could go either way. Home advantage, Sheffield United, maybe. But have you got any injuries? Is my question.
Oh, we got 99% of our team. I think I'll put it this way. If when United go to sub on in the 70th minute, we've conceded the most goals after 70 minutes in the Prem because we don't have any talent to put on after. So
I think
Ollie
four of them was against Newcastle, wasn't it?
yeah, I know. Yeah, no kidding. Um, Ollie McBurney's slated to come back. Still a question mark. He, at time of recording, there's no way of telling. Ano Ahmed Hadzic, he's slated to come back, but not sure. John Egan's out. Chris Basham's out.
Um,
Ryan Brewster's out.
I mean,
I
if
mean,
you can, right, let's put this straight. If you can go to a Europa League team at Brighton and get a draw,
yeah.
right? If you can draw with a team that just beat Ajax in Europa League, then anything can happen. I remember when we played you like a few seasons ago in the Premier League, we went 1-0 up with Callum Wilson, and then you guys we gave up. Our players were knackered, and you just slotted straight past us. I mean, yeah, your injury list is looking a bit disgusting. You've got Basham, Brewster, Davies, Egan, Jebinson,
Yep, Jefferson.
McBurney,
Yep.
um, Norrington Davis, and that guy from Bosnia. I can't
Ahmed
pronounce it.
Hadzic. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
mate, looking at them injuries, that your team could be screwed, mate. But the
Yeah.
Premier League is the Premier League, and anyone can beat anyone. So even Wolves beat Man City. So
Yeah,
and the
it's true.
Galway. And I'll tell you a fact, right? All the teams in the Premier League, all the 19 teams in the Premier League, apart from Bournemouth, have beaten. All them 19 teams have beaten Man City. We've never beaten Man City in our whole life since we were founded in '99.
Really.
Yeah, our
Really.
best result against them was 2 draws. So the first one was a 3-3 draw in 1988, and in 1998 was a 1-0 draw.
Really. Wow, that's
Never beaten
interesting.
City. We
Really.
were close to getting a draw against them in 2017, but it went to 110 minutes, so we lost.
No kidding. So what's your score prediction?
Oh, I'm not gonna take the piss. I'm not gonna take the piss at all because we're away. I might do if we're at home, but we're away, so it's tight. Either what
It
should I go?
screams of 0-0.
It's so hard to predict. It is actually so hard.
It screams of being one of the worst games of the season by both teams and 0-0. Raining, cold.
Could be. I reckon we might win. Probably 3-2, maybe
Oh, that'd be
3-2.
great. I'd love a game about like that. Christ, I hate these games where it's so slow and we're in it for
Yeah.
about 20 minutes and then the other team turns us over after 25 minutes. It's 3-0 and
Do
it's like, oh, okay.
you want to see the odds? So who do you think? So the odds for Sheffield United to win is 21-10. The
Okay.
draw is 12-5. Both teams to draw, and the odds for Bournemouth to win is 8-7. So who would you say is favourite to win?
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, and Ladbrokes have gone with 11-5 for Sheffield, 12-5 draw, and 87 for Bournemouth. So look, if I'm to say it'd be a draw, it'd probably be a 1 or a 2, but I don't think we'd do what Newcastle did because the injuries we got as well. But
yeah.
two, I reckon probably 3-2 to us. Entertaining game. Last time we played you was in the Championship. I think it's 0-0. That's where you should have had like 3 penalties that game.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think I'm gonna go with a 0-0 draw. It's just gonna be a boring one. I hope it's like 5-5. I'd take that. That would be great. Because I just cannot stand. I mean, I want to see us score a bundle of goals, and I know we concede a bunch. So if it'd be like 3-3, that'd be great. It'd be just be an enthralling
Imagine if you
game.
win. I mean, you weren't expected to beat Wolves, were you, at home?
No, not a chance in hell. No.
And you beat them. So look, anything can happen, mate.
Yeah.
We could beat you 6-0, or you could beat us 6-0. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you never know. One last question before we finish up. Your pre-match beverage, go-to pre-match beverage on match day.
I'm trying to think. I haven't heard of that before, so what can you explain it?
It's kind of an oddball.
I don't know. I haven't got a clue, mate.
It's a simple drink of water is what we'll go for from Max then. Max, tell the people where they can find the podcast on the internet and all your social media.
Oh, I've got a channel, a YouTube channel,
Yep.
for this. So I'll get it up now. So it's called. I'll just get it up here. I'll show it on my screen. It's here. Oh, hello. That's it there.
Up the Cherries in all departments on
AFC Bournemouth fan channel.
AFC Bournemouth fan channel on Twitter and YouTube. So go ahead and give those guys a follow and go listen to their podcast and watch them on their YouTube channel.
We've got oh hello, 2 seconds. Here we go. We're on Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So if you want to go follow us on that would be great. And we're also sponsored by Dental on the Banks, where all the local Bournemouth football players get their teeth like sealed, and it's like a dentist for us. So
nice.
So I mean, what I can say to you is best of luck on the weekend. It's going to be, hopefully, it's a good game, and both sides get goals, and it'll be an entertaining afternoon.
Hopefully it will. You can follow us at the Red Half of Sheffield on YouTube, on Twitter, and until Saturday, I will leave you this: up the blades.